Nithyanandam, and welcome to all of the viewers watching us live from the Pacific time and from around the world. We are going to be entering into the Nithyananda Yoga sequence, um, performing the Brahma Muhurta Yoga as part of the Charyapada given to us by Paramashiva. So it is time now for us to begin, and let's all sit straight with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Let's take a moment to unclutch from everything else that's happening around us and just focus on the intention now to perform the Nithyananda Yoga. From this space, bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Let's take a deep breath and chant the Sadguru Vandanam. नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Next is the Shivamula mantra. We'll be chanting the mantra Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha 11 times internally. Intensely chant the mantra internally as I chant it aloud. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. 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 We'll now move into the Tattvachanam, the ritualistic cleansing. Let us now bring our Panchapatram Udharani in front of us. And now take your Udharani of water. Bring your right hand into the Gokarna Mudra, bending the index finger to the center of the palm, and then cup your palm and pour the Udharani into your palm and drink the water at the end of the mantra. Om Atmatattvam Shodhayami Svada. For another Udharani of water. Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Svada. For another Udharani of water. Om Shivadattvam Shodhayami Svada. Now rinse your hands. Now with the base of the right hand thumb, wipe the upper and lower lip from right to left. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Rinse your hands. With the index, middle and ring finger touch above the upper lip, below the lower lip. Once again, rinse your hands. With the index finger and thumb, touch the right nostril, left nostril. With the ring finger and thumb, touch the right eye, right ear, left ear. Once again, rinse your hands. Next, with the little finger and thumb, touch the navel, right chest, left chest, and with all fingertips touch above the head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and heart center. Once again, rinse your hands. Now, with this, we'll be entering into the Sankalpa, setting the conscious resolution for the yoga that we're going to perform. Now, place your right hand on your left hand and both of your hands on your right thigh. And now, take a moment to visualize what you want to declare today, what you want to set today as your reality. What do you want to achieve today? What do you want to manifest today? Now, from this space, visualize that whatever you want to set, whatever you want to manifest, is already happening. And from this space, let us chant the Sankalpa mantra and request Paramashiva and Swamiji to bless us. ॐ ममो पार्थ समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिसमेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं च अद्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुण विशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त दृढगात्रयौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now take an udhani of water and rinse your hands. Om apaupasprisya. Now you can keep your panchapatram udhani aside and we'll be beginning with today's Nithyananda Yoga. So today, as we are starting with a new sequence of asanas, we're not going to enter into the warm-up itself directly, as the asana sequence that we are doing is going to be more of a warm-up itself. So starting with asana number 301, which is Dvishirasana. So now in Dvishirasana, what we are going to be doing is now first, we're going to sit in the lotus pose, bringing our feet onto the opposite thigh. Cross your legs into Padmasana. And now, let's first perform the asana on the right side. So, what you're going to do now is you're going to lift your right shoulder as high as you can. Try to bring your right shoulder all the way up to the ears without tilting your head. Keep your head straight and just lift the shoulder up. This is Dvishirasana. So in this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, gaze forward. The japa is going to be Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And inside we are going to be visualizing ourselves like a god with multiple heads, radiating wisdom, perception, and mastery in every direction. This is Dvishirasana. स्कन्दशिरपर्यन्तं नीत्वा स्थातव्यं द्विशिरं भवति. Yes. So now continuing with the next asana, we are going to be performing Dvishirasana on the opposite side. So now once again we are going to now place the left hand closer to us and push the shoulder all the way up. Keep your head straight and push your shoulder all the way up, making it feel like the second head. Now in this asana, once again visualize yourself as a god with multiple heads. Skanda shirah paryantam nitva statavyam dvishiram bhavati. Now we move to the next asana, which is Kumbhirasana. In Kumbhirasana, we are going to continuing to keep our legs in the same position. We are going to raise our hands up and bring the hands onto the head, interlacing the fingers. So in this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Uddiyana Bandha, gaze forward. The japa is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize an alligator in your inner space. Nitam he hasta yugalam bhumau sankochita patet kumbhirasanam ma कुंभीरासनम वक्ष्ये वायूनां धरानय च. Now move to the next asana, which is Chakrasana Dve. In Chakrasana Dve, we're going to So now we are going to uncross our legs first and bring your legs underneath the opposite thighs. So uncross your legs from Padmasana and then you're going to bring the legs underneath the opposite thighs. Keeping your spine tall and the chest lifted. Keep your palms on the thighs. This is this is Chakrasana Dve. So in this asana, the components we are going to be performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze to the tip of the nose. The japa continues to be Om Nithyananda Paramashivam and visualize a chakra in your inner space. So visualize the 7 chakras in your body as the white light, radiating clarity, purity, and alignment. Savyorudakshine gulpe dakshinam dakshine tare Nidha Drijukayastu Chakrasanamidam matam Tatra Chakrasana Laksham Namaha Savyeti. Now we move to the next asana, which is Swastikasana Dve. So in Swastikasana Dve, we are continuing to sit with the cross-leg position and our legs underneath the thighs. Rest the palms on the knees and keep the back straight, the hands and shoulders relaxed. In this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, Gaze to the nose. The japa is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize peace, prosperity, and auspiciousness. जानुभोन्तरे सम्यग् धृत्वा पादतले उभे सम्यखाय सुखासीन स्वस्तिकं तत्प्रचक्षते अनेनैव ध्यायोगी मरुतं सिद्धयेत्सुधी देहानकर्मते व्याधिस्तस्य वायुश्च सिद्ध्यति. We now move to the next asana, which is Swastikasana 3. Continuing to sit in our legs with a cross-leg position, we are now going to bring the legs in between of the thighs. So your feet are going to be placed in between of the thighs and calves. So first, you're going to place one foot in between of one leg, then pull the leg. Then from the inside, you're going to pull this leg up and cross the leg. So now both of your toes are at least in between of the opposite thighs. Now, for the palms, you're going to interlace your fingers and place the palms in the heart center. This is Swastikasana 3. Keep your shoulders relaxed, your chest lifted, back straight. This is Swastikasana 3. With this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, gaze forward, gaze forward, and visualize peace, well-being, and auspiciousness. Janvontare kritva yogi padatale ubhe rijugaya samasena swastikam tat prachakshate. We now move to the next asana, Virasana Dve. So in Virasana Dve, we are going to sit with one ankle tucked into the gap between the thighs and calf, and the other foot resting across the opposite thigh. So let's place our right leg in between of the knee, and then you're going to take the opposite leg up. So once again, this asana is similar to Padmasana. So basically, one leg is going to be tucked in the, one ankle is going to be tucked in the gap between the thighs and calves. So for that, you would need to place your leg. So you would need to place your leg because the opposite leg is going to come onto the opposite thigh. So because of that, you're going to place your leg up and you're going to cross the leg on top. So this is not like Padmasana completely where you're putting your leg on the thigh, but just the leg is being wrapped around by the opposite leg. And now place your palms on the knees and keep your chest open and tall. This is Virasana Dve. With this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, gaze to the nose, and visualize bravery and fearlessness. Ata manaha stitva yatkaram virasanam ekasya munina samstitva ekam padam chared yogi itarasmin urmulam idam virasanam idam dharehe. And now we move to the next asana, which is Kurmasana, Karmukasana, Trini. So now in this pose, what we are going to be doing is we are going to now uncross our legs and bring our legs even further in. So bring your legs even further in, and now we're going to hold the toes with the hands. So first put your legs as close towards your thighs, your hips as possible, and then hold the leg which is on top. So the top foot, you're going to hold that leg first. Hold this leg. First hold this leg, yes. And now try to hold the opposite leg. So in this asana, the components we are going to be performing are the prana mudra, holding the big toes, then the kaka chenchu kumbhaka. So the kaka chenchu kumbhaka is curl the tongue inward within the mouth and exhale and extend it slightly outward, forming a small passage for inhalation, resembling the beat of a crow. Inhale through this opening, retain the breath after drawing it in. So basically, you're going to roll the tongue and slightly bring it out and inhale through the tongue and exhale through the nostrils. So this is Kaka Chanchu Kumbhaka, and we're gazing to the nose. Visualize Shiva's, being Shiva's bow in your inner space. Karmuka ma kritya udharet purayet sukham tada vayu vaso yati kalena sukshma vayuna kritva padmasanam mantri veshtayitva pradarayet kareня dakshinor vamapadantikam tatam. Now we move to the next asana, which is Dridasana. So in Dridasana, So in this asana, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be performing Dridasana. So in Dridasana, you're going to continue be seated in Padmasana. So keeping the feet on the opposite thigh. Now the focus in this asana, you're going to be performing the asana where you're going to once again hold your toes behind the back, from behind the back. So in this asana, the main focus you're going to be having is gazing at the third eye. That is the only difference between this asana and the previous asana. So gaze up towards the third eye and continue to perform the Kakachanch Kumbhaka and visualize Paramashiva's third eye in your inner space. ऊरुभ्याम् उपरि स्थाप्य पादयुग्मं प्रयत्नतः दक्षिणं सव्यदेशे च सव्यं दक्षिणदेशके करद्वयं पृष्ठदेशे परिवृत्य प्रयत्नतः पादाङ्गुष्ठौ अयुग्मं सम्यक् कराभ्यां निग्रह च किंचिद उत्थान हृदयो नासिका अवलोक्यते दृढासनम् इदं प्रोक्तं सद्यो रोगविनाशनम्. We now move to the next asana, which is Nagrasana. So in Nagrasana, we are going to be, this is a very advanced asana, so I'll give the regressions also so we can perform it at our level best. Now, in this asana, what you're going to be doing is once again holding the feet from behind, and you're going to then lay down onto your back. So, a regression that all of us can perform is just lay down with your legs in Padmasana and cross your hands behind the back. Many of us who don't have very long hands can perform this regression, and if you feel even this is harder, you can uncross your legs from Padmasana and just keep your legs crossed. This is Nagrasana. So in this asana, the components that we are going to perform, we are going to perform the Prana Mudra. If you can hold on to your feet, perform the Kakachanchu Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose, and visualize a snake in your inner space. Pratame So now in Kandukasana, let's all lay down on our back first. Every one of us can lay down. So now from laying down position, now bring your knees up. Bring your knees up. And bring your knees to your chest. Wrap your knees with your hands and rock from side to side. Visualize yourself as a ball. Take this time to just massage your back. And along with this asana, the components we are going to be performing is the Paramashiva Mudra, where you're holding your knees, and the Sahaja Kumbhaka. We are moving to the new Kumbhaka, which is the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Perform the Mula Bandha. Gaze forward. The japa is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize a perfect sphere. वेत्रासने स्थित्वा हस्तपादान् निष्कृष्य मूर्ध्वं नयेत् दृष्टिवामेन भूमौ स्पृशेत् कण्डुकासनं भवति. Now move to the next asana, which is Urdhva Pavanasana. So in Urdhva Pavanasana, now you're going to bring your feet back to the ground. Bring your feet back to the ground, but keep your knees bent and forward. Sorry, raised up. Now interlace your hands behind your head. This is Urdhva Pavanasana. So now in this asana, we are going to be sitting upright with both our knees bent and joined. We are going to be performing the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose. No, it's a laying down position only, sorry. Lay down with your knees bent and together. Keep your hands interlaced behind the head. The other components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze forward and visualize resting in prana. प्रथमे सूदो शीनक करावे गोड़ा उभय राके मिलावे गुल्पमा हिले अंगुष्ठ दोई करे एक मेलर सोई. Now we move to the next asana, which is Markata Pitasana. So in Marakata Pitasana, we are going to continue being laying down on our back. Now keep the feet parallel together and widen them up to about the hip width. Then slide your palm facing upwards beneath the heels and press the feet onto your fingers. Then lift your hips up and keep the shoulders tucked in. This is Markata Pitasana. Yes. So try to lift your hips as high as you can. Try to bring your hips, your knees to a 90-degree position. Along with this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Murcha Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, locking the chin to the chest, gaze forward and visualize a monkey's playfulness in your inner space. Uttana Shayanam Padatale Uttana Hastayostapayet Prishtibhagam Unnamayet Markata Pitam Bhavati. And now we move to the next asana, which is Uttana Shikipitakasana. So in Uttana Shikipitakasana, we are going to lay flat on our back with the legs extended and the arms at your side. Bend your knees and press your feet into the floor and lift your hips upward. Slide your hands underneath the lower back for support, keeping the elbows firmly on the mat. Then, keeping your chin tucked, slowly stretch your legs and straighten the knees. This is Uttana Shikihi Pitakasana. Yes. No, but the legs are in the ground. Let me show. So basically, from a laying down position, you're going to first press your feet and lift the hips up. Then bring your hands underneath the hips and stretch the legs. So you're going to stretch your legs until your knees are straight. Try at least as much as you can. So in this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Murcha Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, gaze to the nose and visualize a upward rising peacock. Jan जङ्घो रुबलहीनश्चेत् उत्तानशिखिपीठकम् अप्रमत्तः प्रकुर्वीत भुक्तेः प्राग्विजितेन्द्रियः. Now moving to the next asana, which is Narakasana. So in Narakasana, now from the previous asana, you're going to just kick your legs up into the air and bring your body into a straight line, inverted, balancing on your back. This is Narakasana. Yes, try to keep your entire body in a straight line. Push your hips further in as possible and straighten the legs. So in this asana, we are performing Shambhavi Mudra, Murcha Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, gaze straight, chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize being guardians of the underworld. Griva kantena bhumim vishtambha padagradvayam urdhamunnamayeet narakasanam bhavati. Continue to hold that and now slowly try to bring your feet backwards, not towards your face but away from you, bringing yourself into an angled position. Opposite side, Maharaj. Opposite side. Yes. Yes, what Shivatma Maharaj is doing is correct. Yes, that's good. Try to balance that and visualize yourself as a boat. Naukavat sthitva tuva padagre dvayam nayet tiriyan naukasanam bhavati. Now, once again, come back into the position, bring your feet back, and now bring your hands to the ground with the palms facing down. This is Dvajasana. So your hands are going to be on the ground and the legs up. This is Dvajasana. Yes. So in this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Murcha Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, and visualize being the flag of Kailasa. Tiriyan Naukavad, Griva Prishta Purpari, Bhumimavashtabhya, Mastakala Padagradvayam Urdhvanaye Dvajasanam Bhavati. Relax and now come into a seated position as we move into the next asana, which is Siddha Haratali Asana. So in Siddha Haratali Asana, we are now going to be sitting with our heels pressed together at the perineum. Grasp the feet firmly and interlace the fingers and hold the soles. Keep your spine tall, the shoulders relaxed. So in this asana, the components we are going to be performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, gaze to the nose, and visualize your unclutching from all ego fulfilling in your life and relaxing from attachments. पगतली संपुट करे हस्तौ संपुट करे माहिनी कोर राके धोबू हाथ को कैसे करे. Now we move to the next asana, which is Bhadrasana Trini. So in Bhadrasana Trini, we are going to continue sitting with our soles of the feet together and bring the feet all the way in. Hold the feet with both hands, allowing the knees to open outward. Keep the spine straight and chest relaxed. So in this asana, we are performing the Samana Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Uddiyana Bandha. Pull the stomach in and up and perform the gaze to the nose. Visualize auspiciousness radiating from you. अथ भद्रासनं गुल्पौ च वृषणस्यादः श्रीवन्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत् सव्यगुल्पं तथा सव्ये दक्षगुल्पं तु दक्षिणे. Now move to the next asana, which is Yoga Narasimhasana. Now bring the knees together first. And now you're going to sit tall and relax the back of the palms on the knees with the palms facing upward. So first cross your legs and then you're going to place the back of the hands on top of the knees. This is Yoga Narasimhasana. Now extend your tongue outward fully on the exhalation, releasing the breath from the mouth. Maintain a steady gaze and relaxed shoulders. So in this asana, we are performing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze forward and visualize Narasimha in your inner space. Mayuram Pinchamayuram Padmapītam Samanitam Kaukutam Gulpapindham Cha Kurmam Yoga Nrasimhakam. We now move to Akarupa Skandasana. So in this asana, we are now going to continue to sit in the same position with our knees raised and the feet crossed. Place your palms on the knees with the chest lifted. This is Kakarupa Skandasana. So in this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze forward, and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize a flock of crows flying. Atavakshe Kakarupa Skandasanamidam Uttamam Kalipapatramachyete Vayavim Vishamanayet. So this asana is revealed directly by Paramashiva in the Rudrayamala Tantra. So now moving to the next asana, we are moving to the next asana, which is Utkatitasana. So in Utkatitasana, we are going to be sitting with our knees bent and feet close to the hips, flat on the ground. Place your palms on your knees with the spine straight and chest lifted. Relax the shoulders. This is Utkatitasana. So keep the feet as close to you as possible and place your palms on the knees. So the components we are performing are Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze forward, Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, and visualize being in the space of Upanishad with the Guru. Shishtagulpau Misto Pashared Yatropashpavishya Padau Tad Dandasanam Udiritam. Now we move to the next asana, which is Dandasana. So in Dandasana Dve, we are sitting with our legs extended forward, ankles and soles joined, palms placed on the thigh, lift your chest tall. So just sitting with the ankles and legs together and keep your hands on your thigh. This is Dandasana. If you want to shake your legs out also for a moment, you can do so. So along with this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and visualize a yoga danda, a staff, a meditative staff of the rishis, as in your inner space. Shishta Gulpi, Shishta Gulpau, Bhuvishto, Prasarayet, Gulpa, Yatro, Pavishya, Padau Tad Dandasana Mudiritam. We now move to the next asana, which is Tadaka Mudrasana. So in Tadaka Mudrasana, we are going to be now sitting with our legs extended, folded forward, and now you're going to reach forward and grasp your big toes and draw your chest towards the thigh. So basically, we are performing the front bend. So hold your toes and lean forward and down. Bring your forehead to your knees. Now in this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Uddiyana Bandha, gaze to the nose and visualize a powerful pranic energy. Sabhagasira sa sarvangasanam uttamam baddhakonam baddha Padmam Dandam Paschimatanakam. Now we move to the next asana, which is Priyankasana. So in Priyankasana, we are going to be sitting with our legs straight. And now what you're going to do is you're going to lift your body up onto your hands, keeping the legs also off the ground, and you're going to move from side to side, visualizing yourself as a cradle. So you can, as this asana is a bit complicated, you can try to do the asana with your feet on the ground. Otherwise, you can also raise the feet off the ground. So give the asana a try, and along with the components, we are performing the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze forward, and visualize a cradle rocking from side to side. Praying, pray, प्रेक्षवत् स्थित्वा पादाग्रे मस्तके परिनिक्त्वा पृष्ठभागे भूमौ निधाय तिष्ठेत्. Now moving to the next asana, which is Prankasana Dve. So now first we did side to side. Now we are going to do back and forth. So to do this, you can use the support of one leg and rock yourself. So rock yourself from back and forth, and try to go as high as you can. So even if you want, you can kick your legs up and bring your legs down slowly. So in this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze forward, and the japa is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize a cradle in your inner space. प्रेक्षवत् स्थित्वा पादाग्रे मस्तकं नीत्वा पृष्ठभागे भूमौ निधाय तिष्ठेत्. And now we move to the next asana, which is Yogasana Trini. So in Yogasana Trini, we are going to sit with the knees bent and the feet near the body. Wrap your arms around your shins, hugging them close as your chest stays lifted. Keep the spine straight and the shoulders relaxed. So in this asana, the components we are performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze to the third eye, and internally chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize oneness in your inner space. पृष्ठे भेद पाद तस्य हस्तेन बद्धयेत् अथ योगासनं वक्षे यत्कृत्वा योगिरात् भवेत्. Now we move to the next asana, which is Vrishapati Asana. So now in Vrishapati Asana, we are going to first sit with our legs stretched. Stretch your legs forward. And now let's start with the right side. Bend your right leg towards you. Bend your right leg and sit on the right heel. Now take the left leg and place it on top of the right leg, bringing the foot to the opposite thigh. Keep both of your hands interlaced on top. So in this asana, the components that we are going to be performing are the Shambhavi Mudra, Shikari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose, and the japa is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize being in a temple. जीमना गोड़ा अग्रकरे दावो पग जीमना पृष्ठे आनी मोड़ येरी कुला नीचे राखे फना पानी अकड़ रहे हाथ गोड़ा ऊपर रहे दृष्टिना सा अग्र. Now we move to the next asana, which is Durvasasana. Durvasa asana, the asana of sage Durvasa. So in this position, we are going to now slide the foot that we are sitting on to the opposite side. And now bring your sitting bones to the ground. So now from this position, we are going to place our right hand in a gentle mudra near the perineum, where the thumb and the fingers are touching the joint of the right hand is touching the middle joints of your left fingers. So you're sitting with your legs crossed and you're going to place your palms, your legs. So in this asana, the components we are performing is of Shambhavi Mudra. We are performing the Sheetkari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze to the third eye, and visualize the great sage Durvasa in your inner space. Dai Jang Parij Karijanoni Pagadrishi Pasare Ani Panadobo Dharti Teki Barala Gulpakula Ki Badrakani Lagave. Now we move to the next asana, which is Sukadevasana. So in Sukadevasana, we are continuing to sit in the same position